I'm going to call the meeting to order. Good evening, everyone. This is the regular monthly meeting of the Clinton Zoning Board of Appeals on Wednesday, November 20th. In the Clinton Town Hall Road Room. Sherry, can you please active attendance?
Bill,
Here.
Dennis Dermshire,
Present.
Carol Walter,
Here.
Bertram Schmidt,
Here.
Lori Jeffy,
Here.
Maureen Noonan, Brian Pellegrini, Teresa O'Gorman. Here.
All right, the next item on the agenda is review and approval of several minutes. The first item is review and approval of the September 18th, 2024 regular meeting minutes as revised. There were two minutes, but the operative one is the minutes as revised. I will entertain a motion to approve the revised minutes. Okay, and a second. Is there any discussion? All those in favor? Any opposed? Any abstentions? Okay, the minutes are approved. On October 16th, the October 16th, 2024 meeting was canceled, so there are no minutes to approve. Next is review and approval of the October 29th, 2024 minutes. I'll entertain a motion to approve those minutes. Dennis, and a second.
I'll second.
Thank you. Any discussion? All those in favor? Any opposed? Any abstentions? Okay, the motion. Is that Carol?
I abstained. I wasn't part of the committee then.
So the minutes are approved for 4-1. That 4-0. And the final minutes, review and approval of the November 7th, 2024 special meeting minutes. Those minutes are still in the process of being prepared. So I'm going to, I'd like to entertain a motion to table the review and approval of those minutes until our December meeting. Dennis? Second. Perfect. Second. Any discussion? All those in favor? Any opposed? Any abstain? Okay. The motion to table is approved. Okay, I do not have any comments this time. At this point, the board is going to go into an executive session, and I would ask for a motion to go into executive session to discuss pending litigation and to invite Abby Pearsall, town planner, CBA counsel Carrie Olson, Sherry Hines, clerk, and Kathy Savona, certified zoning enforcement officer. Dennis?
I'll second.
Bert? Is there any discussion? All those in favor? All opposed?
Come get you in one.
Any abstain? Okay, the motion is approved. So this point. Pause.
Hi, Ed.
Next. Hi, Carrie. We've returned with exited executive session. We are now on item number 5 on the agenda. New business, number A. ZBA 23-4 CAM. ZBA 23-4 CAM. 131B Shore Road, Thomas A. Stevens and Associates, Inc., applicant. James A. and Emily M. Warner owners. Application for certificate of variance, sections 26.8.2 A6, tidal wetlands buffer, 26.11.8 setback other than a front or rear setback, and 26.11.14 maximum ground coverage for replacement residence. Assessors map 86, block 72, lot 101, zone R15. At this point, I'm going to, I will entertain a motion to resolve the pending litigation regarding this ZBA's 23.4 and CAM. The motion to resolve the pending litigation by approving the variance and CAM applications subject to conditions. Those conditions being set forth in the draft motions prepared by our town planner, Evan Pearson. So I will
Just
entertain
want to
such
say,
a
as amended, as you know, there was an amendment.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank
You
you.
bet.
So as amended in section 1A of the motion for variance. Will someone make that motion? Okay. Would you please make the motion? Thank you.
Make the motion, file, for the conditions.
You can say so moved.
Okay, so moved.
You could say so moved, and then you would need to say.
Okay, we don't need to read this.
It's part of the record of the meeting now, so it's. Gary, do they need to read the entire staff memo?
How is it part of the?
They don't have to read the entire staff memo, but you definitely need a clear second, and I didn't hear it.
No, we haven't had,
I'm sorry?
there has not been a second yet.
Okay.
The motion is, does move to. And
Is there any further discussion on the motion? Did you have?
Sherry needed to have the motion clarified for the record, so it's, my understanding is, so Lori read the motion. Jen,
No one's read the motion.
read the motion.
Would you like me to read the motion? Dennis should read the motion. He's the mover.
my understanding, and tell me if I am stepping out of line, is that our chair asked for a motion to approve the resolution of pending litigation, subject to certain conditions as set forth in the draft motions dated November 19, 2004 from the town planner, as amended to strike language related to the 2-foot Eversource platform set back in that area.
That all wasn't read aloud. And is this part of the, have you made this part of the record?
It will be part of the commission's.
Okay,
Yes.
with the amendment. Okay.
I couldn't hear everything that was said, but I'm gonna tell you I concur with Abby's rendition. And if you
there's-
want, again, it's completely up to you. And if there's a request and you all want to accommodate and you want to read both of them, you can. I'm just saying it's not necessary.
It's not necessary. I don't think we need to do that. There's no further discussion on this matter? So we can take a roll call vote at this time?
Tom Schultz,
Vote to approve.
Dennis Ermshire,
Approve.
Carol Walter,
I have to ask, at this point, do you need my vote here? Because do you need to have my vote cast in order to get this done?
Yes, you're a seated member of the ZBA this evening, and so yes, we would need you to vote on it.
Okay, then I approve.
yes. Bertram Schmitz,
Yes,
Lauren Jaffe,
Approved, yes.
Motion carried 5-0.
Now we go to, I will entertain a motion with regard to the coastal site plan. This is the CAM application accompanying ZBA 23-4. And this is now part of the record. Correct? And will someone make that motion? Yes, okay, so moved. The second,
I'll second.
for Schmidt. And the only conditions here, as condition in the variance, that is the only condition that is paragraph 1, is stated in this motion, correct? There's no. Is there any discussion on this motion with regard to the coastal site plan? Take a roll call vote now, please.
Tom Schultz,
Yes.
Dennis Derbyshire,
Approved.
Carol Walter,
Approved.
Bertram Schmidt, Lori Jaffe.
Approved.
Motion carried 5-0.
Okay, so Ed, next steps, we will file a stipulated judgment with the court that includes the 2 motions. If you're in agreement with that, and that will put it to bed and we'll let the judge know that we're done.
Thank you. That sounds like a plan.
Okay. Thank you.
Good evening.
Okay. Moving along. The next item on the agenda. Reminder for 2024 mandatory training.
So this is just to remind everybody that you've got 4 hours of required training that has to be completed. If anybody has new trainings that they haven't reported yet, Carol will get you caught up on all the training requirements that are out there.
Thank
We'll send everybody, some free resources and stuff. If you haven't gotten your hours yet, we'll give you your summary of what each person has and whatnot, but just we just like to plug folks at the end of the year. You got another, month or so to get in another couple hours if you need them. So, and then we'll talk, as we go into early next year about perhaps hosting some trainings if we have down months. Perhaps, doing some of that here as part of our regular meeting to help you make sure you have those credits.
Does anybody have any questions about the training?
Well, it'd be, I mean, I talked with Jared, but it'd be nice to have a list of what courses on that big life site. We can just use.
Yep.
So we can just.
We'll send out a whole summary. So.
That makes it very easy.
Anybody else? All right, and the next item on the agenda, C, is adopting the 2025 meeting calendar. Does anybody have any questions about the meeting dates? Or any comments, questions, concerns?
There's just one minor change. The closing date for the January 15th meeting, January 15, 2025 is December 16th, not the 18th. That's the only change.
Okay, so with that change, everything else is. The next item is the annual report. We don't. I think I was just.
That's what this one.
Yeah, it was suggested that I ask. Yes. And the next item on the agenda is the draft annual report, zoning board of appeals for the period July 1, 2023 to June 30th, 2024. Again, does anybody have any comments on this? Do they see anything that they think should be changed or needs to be changed? Nobody? Did this staff have any?
It's a standard format, it's basically just plugging in the numbers from the meetings you have and the applications. That's it.
We don't need to. And then, item 5E, proposed budget fiscal year 25-26. I didn't see any document that was sent to us.
There was not, no, essentially, the proposal that I have is that you keep your budget the same. And just kind of hold things flat. We have not expended our full budget in any recent year, and so it doesn't seem that there's a need for us to increase. Especially if we're gonna be utilizing free trainings and perhaps taking some of those trainings here. So I would advocate keeping it the same. The only caveat is that salaries are contractually negotiated. We get those from finance. I don't have those yet to share with you. They will go up slightly, but again, that's not something that you get to say no to. So, so really all we would want is your endorsement for staff to proceed with keeping the budget lines flat.
Do we take a vote on it or just discuss?
It would be good to have a vote.
And is there any discussion? And I'll start by saying, I certainly, I trust Abby's judgment on this, the whole staff's judgment, and perfectly fine with going along with the staff's recommendation. Does anybody care to add to that?
I make a motion to keep it as it has been.
I'll second.
Is there a second?
I'll second.
Okay, no further discussion? All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Any abstain? All right, the motion passes. Okay, the next item on the agenda is correspondence. There's no correspondence. And the next item is addition to the agenda for the December 11th, 2024 hybrid regular meeting, which as is noted is the second Wednesday, not the third because of the holiday. Is there any additions that anyone wants to raise?
The only thing is that the town manager had proposed, unless you have something on your agenda that you need to meet for, she really didn't, her thought was, you know who she is. She sort of made this meeting when she was new, and this was the first meeting that didn't conflict with the town council, which is why she hasn't been here before. But her suggestion was not to hold a special meeting, just to have a chat with her, that we could find some time to do that at a future meeting, rather than call you all in, if there's no other business on that agenda. At this time, I'm not aware of the applications that have come in.
And there are no other than implications, is there anything else that you would want to add to the agenda that we need? Okay. All right, I think that is all we have. We'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
May I, Madam Chairman, I just want to say, it's been an honor and a pleasure to work with all of you. I think this is going to conclude our representation of the ZBA, with the exception of getting those stipulations filed. But again, it's been a pleasure.
Thank you. Thank you, Gary. Thank you for your wisdom and your guidance.
Hey,
And,
we did win Garrett. Let's keep that in mind.
who made the motion? We had a motion. Okay, yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah.
But
And also, there's no discussion, all in favor? So we are adjourned.
Have a good night, everybody.
Good night.